I love what she's done with her organization, where she's really established her travel agency business, where she has reinvested a lot of the income that she makes to hire employees to work for her. So I think it's just incredible with what she's been able to do. She not only is a two-star platinum, but she's also a double platinum as well. And so she's well on her way to just breaking new grounds equally amongst the international area in Mexico. So, without further ado, it is my pleasure and honor to introduce to you Maria Paz Sariego. Maria, are you there? Let me see.
Yes. Hi, Charles. Hi,
There
everyone.
you are. Yay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I just came back from LA, and the truth is that I was looking forward to be back and start having my routine back and working with the team and be able to keep on the motion, you have to take sometimes some breaks and then like push forward. So that is what I'm gonna do now.
Yeah. So tell me more about that. You came back from LA. You took a
Yeah.
nice time off. You took the family. I think I saw some pictures of you two really enjoying the the California coast.
Yeah, it was very cold.
Yeah.
The last time I was there was summer, so I was not set up on my dress code for
Uh-huh.
winter California, but it was amazing. I had a very good time with the kids,
Mm.
and now we're all back and they are back to school. But I think that was very nice for me to have this way to being away from home
Mhm.
for 3.5 months and be able to keep working. That is one of the most amazing things that we have with this business, that we can have freedom of work from whenever we want
Or
and
wherever.
time we want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, on the past, I think 2 years ago, I went to Europe on vacation, and I brought my computer, and I was able to work from there, do follow-ups on clients, but also be able to help my team. Like always be there, always be connected, no matter where you are.
Right. What a beautiful life. I mean, just the fact that you're able to say that, like, I broke my computer, but I was still able to recover and still continue to work wherever I was in completely Europe. And I think that's such an amazing thing. So tell me a little bit, like, for those people who don't know you, how did you get to that place and position? Like, tell us about how you first joined this business, like what was your current situation or what was your situation at the time? And how did you really like embrace this platform to become a part of your livelihood, a part of your, life and income and everything, like, especially even with the people that you meet through this business too, right?
Sure. Okay, so well, I joined the business on May 2020, like 5 years ago. And before joining, I have been for the last months thinking like on a way to find something to do for myself. Like my husband has been always working and supporting the family.
What
But
does your husband do, if you don't mind me asking?
he does several things, but I think most of the thing that covers all is he's an entrepreneur. He has his own business.
Okay.
He has been having some twists on it, and now he's fully focused on buying properties, renovate them, and then put it apartments into rent. So yeah, it's
Oh,
nice.
he's become a true mogul.
Yeah.
Wow, he's a big entrepreneur. Good for him.
Yes, yes, but he started like little and start to grow
Uh-huh.
step by step.
Yeah.
But that time he was working. He has his own company, but not doing as well as he's doing now. And I had the three kids. I had been being like a full-time mom for the last 5 years.
Mm,
I was the little one was starting to go to school. So
okay.
I have extra time on the mornings, and I was like, okay, it will be really nice to be able to find a job who allows me only works in the mornings, to be able to have free time wherever I want, to go on vacation if I want.
Mm,
And it wasn't that easy, you know? I mean, I wasn't really, I was like, I'm not gonna find something like this. And also, what my husband told me is like, find something that you really like and enjoy to do it. So I was like, what do I like? I have no idea, you know. I was like on this confusion. And then
but you
one,
knew you wanted to like do something. You're like,
yes,
I
I
got
wanted to
time.
do
I have
something.
time on my hands. Okay.
Yes.
And then your
So,
husband's like, well, what do you like? You're like,
yes,
I don't know. Okay.
exactly. And I
Uh,
didn't know what I was good for. I have been like working on like accountability, accounting, sales. I thought I didn't like sales because every time I went into a job, they put me on sales area, and I was like, I don't like it. I don't
right.
like to sell, you
Okay.
know, but I had good results. Then later I found out that the problem was the product that I was selling, because
Hmm,
if I had the right product, then I can really enjoy the sales process.
right.
But then I saw this post of on a Facebook group from Chris
Hmm,
saying that you can work with Mickey and be a Disney travel agent. And I recently went to Disney on December, and I was like, I fell in love. It was my first time going to Disney. I did a lot of research. Um, and I was like, I will really
wait,
love to
wait,
be
wait,
able,
wait.
yeah,
Just to clarify, before you saw the post, you had just come back from Disney.
yeah, like 3 months ago.
I
Was
see.
my
So you
first
still had
time.
that kind of
Yes,
halo of
yes,
enjoying Disney. So when you saw the
exactly.
post, you're like, oh, hey, this could speak to me.
Yes.
Okay.
It
All right.
took me like my whole life to be able to go there, because before I didn't have the resources. So I was like, oh, I really love it. I will love to be able to come every year, but I don't know how this gonna be possible because it's really expensive, you know? So then I saw this post from Chris, and I was like, okay, if I'm not able to go, I can still enjoy the magic of Disney, selling trips to other people and like living through them, you know, like
Yeah.
they go and I enjoy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then I saw it was a Zoom. It was COVID. My routine was very bad because I had to take my 2 years old to sleep at night. And I was like, I'm not really into go like a Zoom meeting. And I was like, okay, whatever. So then, like 3 days later, I saw a new post from her. And when I sent her
But wait, 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 wait. So you saw the first one, and then you're like, okay, well, the timing's not right. You got COVID going on. Da 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 da.
no, and also I didn't want to go into a Zoom meeting. That was like,
Oh,
I don't want to.
I see. What was wrong with Zoom?
I don't know.
You
It
were
was
unfamiliar with it, or
no. It was like I was not into going on a meeting on Zoom, you know, and spend my time on that.
okay, I got it. I
I was like,
understand.
I'm too busy.
You're
I'm
like,
not gonna go
I don't
into
want to
a
do it.
Zoom
Okay,
meeting.
got it.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right.
Yeah. So then, 3 days later, I saw a post
Uh,
talking about the Disney travel agent opportunity, and I sent a message, and I saw that was the same girl that I
uh-huh.
took 3 days before that told me about the Zoom meeting.
Yeah,
So I was like, okay, so now this called my attention twice. I think it's time to go into that Zoom meeting and see what is going on there.
got it. All
Yeah.
right.
So on the Zoom meeting, I saw, oh, I don't like MLM. You know, I'm done with that. I don't want it. But then someone said, asked the question about, is this an MLM? And Catherine Morando gave that session, and she said, no, it's not. And I'm very easy to convince. So I was like, okay, it's not an MLM.
That's it. That's all you.
It's all what I need, you know?
Okay. All right.
And then, by that time, we had this voucher, this travel voucher. I don't know if you remember that.
I do. Of course
So
I do.
I did my maths and I say, okay, so even if this doesn't work, the travel voucher is more than the monthly fee.
Mm-hmm.
Still have 10 days of guarantee. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna give it a chance.
Yeah.
So I went in and then it was like the 8 p.m. Session, and I became very anxious about like what I just did, like, you know. So
Uh-huh.
I wasn't able to sleep. So I started to do my PTA. I was like, instead of being worried, I'm gonna be busy.
Right. Let me just get into it because what the hell did I do?
Yeah.
Let's just dive into it and let's
Yes.
just see what happens. Okay.
Yeah, so I started that night doing my PTA. I finished it next day in the morning, and Chris told me, what is your hurry? Like, what are you?" And I was like, I'm not hurry. I just want to see what this is, you know?
Uh-huh.
So I started to actually I took a Tommy Joe training that you used to have on your Rising Tide website.
Mm-hmm.
So I started to sign up with vendors and working on my Disney travel agent certificate. As
Okay.
soon as I started doing that, I was
Uh-huh.
like, I don't want to go anywhere. Like, I really like this. I can really be a good Disney travel agent.
So it took you eventually finding your way to the Disney certification. And I know like the Disney certification is like what, 11 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. And so in that process, if I'm hearing you correctly, this is it. This is what I like. This is what I wanted.
Yes.
The Disney certification, the Disney
Yes.
education, the becoming a Disney agent.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I was on the chat, and I'm very competitive, you know?
Okay.
So Gabby was on that chat, and Chris was like doing acknowledgement to her. And I was like, why is she receiving all of this attention? Like, what is she doing? She was
uh,
in building. I think she just recently hit bronze or something.
got
So
it.
I went into like a Zoom that Chris did to explain team building.
I see. Uh-huh.
And then I was like, okay, if I don't have to like go with people that I know and tell them, look, I have this amazing business, that was like it usually happen that way when you are on a network marketing stuff. And
Mhm.
I really don't like that. And I felt very uncomfortable doing that. That's the reason why I didn't do anything before on MLM.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can give this a chance. And
Uh-huh.
also, it was perfect because I was like, okay, so if I get 6 people, then I won't have to pay the monthly fee, and I can focus on what I really like, that is the trips, and I don't have to be worried about the payment.
Mm,
That's how it started.
right. So that's when you started, okay, let me just go ahead and get rid of my monthly expenditure or
Yes.
my monthly fee. So all I need to do is get 6 people, and you tie that in with Gabby getting some recognition. Like, what
Yes.
is this? Hey, I want that too. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So how did you start doing it? How did you start building a team?
Well, Chris explained it in that Zoom. It was very easy. She gave us even like a script or something that she was doing, and we were able to replicate that.
Yep, yep.
So I started with Facebook, and it
Mhm.
worked. I got a lot of requirements of information, and
Uh-huh.
that's how it started.
Yeah.
I started doing team building 3 days after I joined the company, even when
Three
I was
days?
doing it. Yes.
Really? Okay. Wow. That because all it took was going to, if I'm right, like you went to a Zoom meeting. I guess Chris had held her team meeting, and then she gave like this is just only 2 or 3 days in. Is that correct? And then
Mhm.
like you go to the meeting, and then Gabby gets some recognition. You're like, hey, what is this? And then she explained it to you. You can get rid of your monthly. Oh, now it makes sense. And so
Mhm.
now, being that you fell in love with the Disney certification process, you're like, wow, okay, I think I can do this.
Yes.
And so Chris already had prepared a script and like some things that you guys can follow right away. And then boom. And then
Yeah.
it's just how it all started.
Yeah.
People started responding. People are
Yeah.
like, oh, like I want to, what is this? Tell me more, etc.
Yes.
And then from there, How crazy did it get? Like how many people were actually responding when you first started? Because it seemed like you got like your bronze rather quickly, or executive or bronze rather quickly, right?
I finished that month as a silver, and it was very big.
Your
Like,
first month.
yes.
Wow. Okay. That's incredible.
Yes, and I got distracted with Tommy's message. Yeah. Yeah. One day I had 52 people invited only for the 8 p.m. session. And it was,
Dang!
but listen to this. It was very frustrating because from those 52 people that I
That was
signed,
off Facebook?
yes.
Whoo! Okay.
From those 52 people, only like 10 show up for the meeting
Yeah,
and
that's
no
understandable.
one signed up. So I
Okay.
was feeling very frustrated. I was
Sure.
like,
Like, look at all these people.
yeah, so how much it's gonna take me to grow? And one thing that I want to acknowledge is that my husband always was like on the side, and he was like, you just keep going, like don't get frustrated, you will get it done. Because I was like, oh no, this is too much work.
Yeah.
Like keep
Yeah.
going. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm gonna keep going.
50, okay, so 52 people, 10 people show up, no one signs up, you get discouraged, your husband says, just keep going. So, what did you do? What was your next thing?
Well, after I finished my silver, I needed to get my gold on.
You
That was the
okay,
goal.
so okay, right. Okay.
So because you always have to be something on your mind. If not, you are like drifting away, if you're not working on one direction and you have to make that decision. That sometimes
So
it's,
if I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
yeah.
like, so if I'm correct, you're getting quite still like, okay, 52 people showed up, or I'm sorry, 52 people said they would, 10 people showed up, but then, okay, from that day, like you kept on doing the Facebook thing, and people would still continue to garner interest.
Yes,
That's okay.
obviously, there was a time that it wasn't that high. And
Yeah.
actually, this was like 1 month later that I
Uh-huh.
was working on my goal. And I had this conversation with my husband. I remember we were driving on our car to have dinner, I think. And I told him, I think we are done with Mexico. We are like, we feel all the space, the available space. And he was like, are you mad? Like mad? Like, do you know how much people lives in only in Mexico City and the whole country?
He's
How
right.
many, how many people you have in the company? You just have to. It's gonna happen. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, it's true. I had to keep going.
So your husband was definitely a good voice of reason for you,
Yes.
like a good rational, because your mind was taking you
Yeah.
like, all right, Mexico's done.
Yeah. We're
Okay.
done with Mexico. There is
Well,
no
thank you, Marcos,
place.
for doing what you did. Like, talk your wife into like not losing her head and like just
Yeah.
abandoning it. So that's awesome.
Yes.
Okay, so you kept going, and how did you, I guess, improve? I guess because when you said 10 people showed up and didn't sign up, what did you change?
I tried different things like changing the message on my posting, reaching out people that reached me and didn't sign up or didn't show up for the Zoom, like following up. I also like started to do like images with
Hmm.
information instead of writing, like changing, like try to uh, to feel what it works better, because what one thing that works today can work maybe for some time, and then you have to change and you
Mm,
have to find a different twist on it and able
right.
to keep going. So yeah, I have my ups and downs, but I did my goal very quick anyway. I
Hmm.
think it took me like 2.5 months. But on my way of doing my goal, I did my second account silver. I had another silver, and then I was stuck. I had two people that were growing, but they were not moving. Like they have like two people and then stop. And
Mm.
one, I had to make a decision, and I choose Mariana. And I talked to her and I told her, I know that you don't want to do team building anymore, but I need your help.
Mm.
So give me your link and I'm gonna put your people in your account.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I took a risk.
Mariana, the
Yes,
platinum that we have today.
yes,
So you basically look. I need your help. I need numbers.
yes.
I'm just gonna put people in your account. Is that
Yeah.
what happened?
And
Okay.
I told her, if you don't want to do it, don't do anything. I will take care of it. But I need those two people less on my counting for go.
Uh huh.
So then she texted me one day and she was like, what are you selling? Like, where all these people come from? And I was like, well, you should do it too. And then take the motion and grow it.
Yeah.
And she was like, you know what? Yes, I'm gonna do it. So by the time she hit silver, she was already doing team building again.
Okay. So she kind of got the rhythm, got to see like what you were doing. And
Yes,
not only that, when she's logging into her back office, she's getting to see like her team size grow,
yes,
right?
yes.
Okay. Okay. Now
So then,
is she who you took is she like that account building that up what took you to become a gold?
yes.
Got it. All right.
Yeah, that is what
Yeah.
that was the silver that I was missing.
I see. So you helped Mariana out, helped her get her business to be free, and then she became a silver and you become a gold, locking in that $1,000+
Yes.
Hmm.
That but that time it was life changing.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
bet.
I never had that income before, being like working and
Yeah.
something like the most that I had was like I think $400 a month.
Hmm.
And I was always
You
being
mean as an employee somewhere in
yes,
Mexico? Okay.
yes, and they always acknowledge me like you are the best, you are so good, but that wasn't actually reflect on my income. So for me, $1,000 was very like a big, big, big deal.
I bet, right? Because when I remember having that conversation with Chris, and it seems pretty consistent to what you're saying. The most you ever made at the time was for the equivalent of 400 US dollars a month. And when I had met Chris and she had become a gold, she told me that she's going to quit. She quit her restaurant manager job when she hit gold. I'm like, why would you do that? Because over here in the US, $1,000, it helps. Don't get me wrong. It helps a lot, but it doesn't change your life. It maybe
Yeah,
help, you know, covers a few bills. It's definitely not a monthly supersedes any kind of general monthly salary, right? And
yeah,
so she said like she quit because she was making the equivalent of 600 US dollars a month. And that sounds pretty accurate when you're telling me you're making 400 you and you were working hard and people were saying, wow, like you're the best at what you're doing. And still then that's in a lot of ways an acceptable wage, right? In Mexico. Like
yeah.
if I were to go to Mexico today and get a job as like, I don't know, let's say a restaurant manager, what would you say that I would be making the equivalent of?
I think it depends of the restaurant, but between 500 and 700, maybe.
Let's say in Mexico City, a
Yeah,
busy,
like that. I mean, sometimes you get tips too.
right? As a manager,
Sometimes they put all together and then they
they
like
split it up, right?
yeah,
So at the end of the day, the most I could make is around 600 US dollars a month in a busy restaurant if I were to become a manager in Mexico.
yeah, probably.
Even let's say
Also,
a corporate
I
role.
don't have a career.
Right.
So that it's against me. When somebody hired me,
Uh,
it's like I don't have a career.
yeah.
So it's like Okay, so you're good. And then what, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So here you are, you get gold, and already, like, what did that feel like when that first ping came in? Like, ding, digitally, akimbo, or whatever pay card structure it was at the time, boom, 1,000 plus dollars into your account. Like, that must have been shocking.
Yeah, I mean, I felt really good because I felt productive. I felt that I was good at something and I felt that I was at the right place at the right time.
Yeah. And now feeling effectively like, hey, I'm getting paid what I'm worth because I'm putting, and now I've effectively, if you think about it, you've almost tripled your income, right? Because if you made 400, double it is 800. If you triple it, it'd be like around 1,200. And I know gold was hovering around 1,100 somewhere around that time too. So just to get that, like, wow, what a wake up experience, right?
Yeah, it felt good and also I was
And you get to do it at home, no less.
yes,
And you get to
exactly.
do it at home with your family. You're still with your kids, all of those things.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I work my ass on it and I at the beginning I wasn't able to manage my personal life and this new era of my entrepreneur or whatever, you know.
Yeah,
It was hard for me at the beginning because I can be very focused on what I want and I get rid of all of else. And when you get rid of your family, well, that it doesn't work that well, you know. So I had to at some point find my own balance and try to work on my yeah on that basically. Kids
yeah.
were all day there, so it wasn't easy neither because they want attention too. So I struggled a little bit on that when I started to work very hard on get it. I don't know if you got that.
Of course. Like, I think we all do. I know
Yeah.
when me and Nicole started our journey and we were grinding, it's a very similar story. Yes, we were home, but it also meant like they would just watch us just constantly working. And one of the things that was said later on down the road was like, you're here, but you never spend time with me,
Mhm.
and, you know, we had to have a lot of talks with our children. Like, we're doing this for a reason. We're doing this so we can spend more time with you. Just be patient with us. Like, this is going to be all for the better. Otherwise, I have to go to work. It's better that at least I'm home with you. And by the end of the day, I get to spend time with you versus me not even being home. And so that was a lot of times many a conversations that we actually had to have with our children. And I think it gave a lot of opportunity because, okay, even though we were working busy as heck and we were constantly on the phone, I just remember Zayla's volleyball games. We were at every one of her volleyball games, and at least we were there, right?
Yeah.
Like, that part is important because we're working, we're busy, but we were still at the games. At least we can still be present in those moments, and I think that has a very similar experience through everybody who's succeeded in this business because, like you said, there's a lot of getting used to. Like, I've
Yeah.
never, if I'm a housewife or whatever, like, I'm used to being at home, but I'm also used to having a lot of time to devote to the children in the house. And now, like, yes, I may be home, but now, like, I put a lot of time into building whatever it is that I'm doing over here. It's crazy. Like, a lot of people need attention. Now all of a sudden I'm teaching people how to do this. How Chris showed me how to do it, I now have to show my new agents, like Mariana, like, help her build in this organization etc. So, without even knowing it, it forces you to kind of build this empire or dynasty that you're doing in your organization, right? Like that to me, like I can super relate with what you're saying. So, like, but I should also add that it was super frustrating too. Like, and what I mean by that is figuring out that kind of challenge, like you were talking about. How did you do it? Like, because you just got done talking about that, where now you're super busy, right? How do you manage, like, your kids want mommy, and like the majority of the day, like, how did your time management, how did you like adjust to that? And what did you do to make it work?
Okay, are you asking me?
Yeah.
Okay, so well, I actually do a training on this, and I'm gonna talk about it at convention. But basically, I think you have to set up like some priorities because the day has 24 hours, and you even if you want, you cannot do it all at the same time. So one thing, an example that I did at the beginning that I'm not doing anymore is that if an agent called me at 11 p.m., I took the phone call. Now I don't do it. I like if it's urgent, then of course I'm gonna be there. But like I try to put like a schedule for work. I know that if I client send me a message or see someone is interested on the building or if an agent needs help, I'm gonna be there. But like I have that space, like I have my it's like I'm hired by myself, like my time is from this to this, and I try to do it the best that I can on those time. And obviously I have to divide myself on clients, team, whatever thing I have to do on certification or learning or whatever I need to do for keep my business going.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
also, if I'm on vacation, then I'm on vacation. If it's my weekend, like you told me once, I was about to quit. Do you remember that? When I was I was about 200, I think, and I was like having this crisis. And
Yeah,
then you told me, like, get your Sunday off because I was working like from Monday to Sunday from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and I was like burned out.
that's right. I remember that day so vividly, and like
Yeah.
we were having a dinner when we were at Mexico, right? We went to a restaurant, and I remember you expressing that frustration, like, how do you manage all of this, like, time with all these agents that need me so much? And I think a big part of us, we want to just give and help and help and help and help and help, but at the same time, we tend to forget our lives
Yeah.
and what we need for our mental health and stability. And so I know my rule of thumb for that was take one day off. Like, you just have to have one. I don't care, pick your day, one day off just for you and your family. And I'll still scream it to this day. And I shared with you, I remember, because if you work 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, then you're working 7 days a week, which then ultimately turns into 30 days a month. If you're working 30 days a month, then you're actually working 365 days a year, nonstop. You never find breaks in between. And so, like, if you just break that one day just for you, your family, God, whatever it is, now you can, like, I know what I used to say to all of my agents: guys, you have me. From Monday through Saturday, I will be here for you, but there's one day that I need just for me, my family, and God. Heck, if God, if you believe in the Bible, God made the world in 6 days and then rested on the seventh. If He can do it, please give me that grace too. And I think a lot of people, like, uh, gave me that grace. Like, we understand Charles is definitely not working on Sunday, leave him alone. but not Nikki. She just always answered the phone calls. I'm like, dude, stop doing that, because whatever. It is what it is. Because she was a workaholic, and so there's that. Well, I'm super glad that you were able to find that medium, and now how does it look like? Because now we talked about you getting to gold, right? How about getting to platinum? What was that like?
It was harder. I saw when I hit gold that the hard work was done. It was harder.
Yeah.
I suffered. I was at convention. I don't know if you remember, and I was like 10 away from my platinum. And then that was like one day I was 6 away, the other one was 10 away.
Oh,
Then
when you're that close,
yeah,
it's drives you
the
crazy.
day that I was like, one day before coming back to Mexico from my first convention, I was like 14 away, and I was like, that's it. I need to go back and work. Like, I don't want to be in Vegas anymore, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
I was like, I
yeah.
really want to go there and work so I can push that through. And I was freaking out every time that I had to look at my back office every morning. I was like, I don't want to see.
Yeah.
Remember, Gabby told me, yeah, you have to see. And I was like, I don't want to.
Yeah, that's frustrating, right? Because like you're so close and you're just seeing these digits,
Yes.
and every time you log in, if it's like three more away, or
Yeah.
you starts going down, you're like, oh yeah, yay, and you're
Yeah.
so close but so far. Sometimes it just feels that way. How did you get past that?
Working. And
Okay.
try to not think on that. Like just working, working, working. Look under the stones, follow up on loose contacts, and
Uh-huh.
what I had to do. And I stopped selling for like those last 2 weeks, I think, or a week that took me to into hit platinum and then get it stable.
Hmm.
Um, like my client hates me during that period of time, but I needed to do it so I could be like on my mental peace of mind.
Yeah. Yeah, so it must have been so relieving when you finally crossed that line
Yeah,
to become a platinum, right?
yeah, it is.
And then
I
what kind of advice would you give like any team builder, because it's not easy, obviously. It's I think everyone has shared their story with me, when it comes to like the difficulty and the challenges that comes with team building, especially when you're talking at a little bit of a larger scale. Not just two or three people, but like now, okay, you have a team size that's about 100 people, 75 people, 200 people, 300 people, etc. Like,
Yeah. I mean, one thing is that realize that what you see is not what it is, because they see the acknowledgement, they see the big flyer, and everything looks so nice, but you don't know the effort and suffering that it's behind that. And you have to realize that if it's being hard for you, it's because it's not easy. Like if it would be easier, then everyone in the company will be gold, platinum, or above, you know?
yeah,
So it is what it is. And if you really want it, you have to be able to work on your mindset, sacrifice some stuff like time for doing nothing, and just focus for like a period of time, and then it will happen. If you work right, it will happen. Um, and obviously, the bigger it is, the more time it will take. I remember, I think it was January last year or something like that. On one day, I lose 60 people on my team. And I was telling Chris and Gabby that 4 years of team building took me into that place that I was not freaking out by losing 60 people. I was like, okay, we need to keep working. It happened. And then the only thing you can do is to work, because if I put myself on the floor, start crying or feeling frustrated, I'll give place to that. I won't do anything. I won't get things going better. What makes things happen is your hard work and to like have that certainty that if you're doing the right stuff, it will happen eventually.
I 100% agree. I remember that exact situation, and I was similar to you. Thankfully, I had a partner in Nikki, right? When I think, and just to kind of give you guys an idea on our numbers, we peaked at 3,200 people when COVID hit, right? We're like, oh my gosh, this is the most amount of agents that we've had. And this just feels so amazing. And yada, yada. COVID hits, right? Then we start seeing numbers just boom, just chunks that just disappear. And we had two choices. Like, we can either, like you said, just fold and cry about it. And I opted to do the exact opposite. I said, Nick, I don't even want to look at those numbers. You look at them. I'm just going to put my blinders on and let me just keep on building. That's it. So I already know, and I just have this feeling we're going to lose a lot. And what we can do is just try to mitigate and aim to continue on because, all right, travel industry is not happening right now. Okay, it's not happening. But we definitely can change our language because let's say if we're just continuing to team build, that becomes an income shelter. If everyone just kind of jumps in and let's say they decide to team build, we're going to have a residual check that's going to be coming in with or regardless of whatever the economic status is. So what we got to do is just continue to build, build, build. Like just have the blinders on, F the numbers, forget the numbers, just keep going. You tell me, just don't tell me if we keep going down. And she kept quiet for months. I didn't care. We just kept doing what we did. At the end of the month, right? Well it was February, and by the end of March, um, our total loss was around 1,200 agents around that time. But when founder did his call, we still were able to bring 600. If you think about that, thank you so much. And if you think about that, like if we just stopped completely entirely, we would have obviously had a loss of an entire 1,200 versus now a 600 person loss. Now, most people would think like, okay, we're done. Like this is over. But you kept the right mentality. Like 60 people, 600, it doesn't matter. You just decided, what are we going to do? Let's just keep working. Just keep going and look at the fruits of the labor that it's built today. And look where you are. You became not only a platinum, you became a 1 star, a 2 star, and a double platinum. And it just, how amazing is that? Just that story alone. Just truly incredible. How proud I am that you were able to weather that level of storm and still continuing because a lot of people mentally would probably break at that point, right? You know? So that's just incredible. So how is it today? Like how has your life changed now?
Okay, so now from being like a full-time mom with no income, I'm, as you said, I'm a 2 star double platinum. My husband is gold, and I have an organization of 2,500 people. I will never thought that possible. I didn't like to do network marketing. I have been twice on this kind of company and didn't work for me, but the product, I didn't like it. That's
Mm,
the truth. So I traveled when we went, and we have been like doing reinvestment on the business of my husband. So we have been growing. He has been doing great. So both of us during COVID, we're like we start to grow each other
Mm,
on our own thing. So now with this business, I have 5 people working for me now.
nice.
Um, they help me not with the team part. They help me to do follow up on clients and quotes, but also it's a job because I have to train them. I have to make them understand my vision and work with me, in the way that I want to get my clients treated and everything.
Yeah.
um and also, well, I have this opportunity to go where I want, and I can keep working. And yeah, I don't have an issue to buy me new and cute stuff. I have a Louis Vuitton that the founder gave me. I have my ring that, by the way, I need to bring that to convention so you can keep it and put a new diamond on it
Yep.
pretty
Yep.
soon. So it's great. I mean, I do what I like. I found myself a path because before the business, I didn't know what I like it and what I was going to do to have some income.
Yeah.
Um, I do exercise. I work on myself to be better and happier, and I have a good relationship with my kids. So everything is better now.
Everything played out what you had worked hard for, right? Like, wow, just what an incredible story. Your husband continues to build his entrepreneurial businesses. It gives you, in a lot of ways, your own sense of identity too, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because you created, you're not just living in the shadow of your husband. Like, I think that's huge. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Please don't get me wrong, because you have a loving husband. I love Marco, and I love how you guys work together. And, clearly he makes enough income. But in my opinion, there is something special when you make your own too, right?
Yes.
That separates you. Like, oh, honey, like I don't have to ask my husband if I want to buy something. You can just get it because it's yours, right? Or
Yeah.
you guys can discuss how you want to, handle the income, etc., or whatever. But I think it is truly special that you're able to do that specifically for yourself. So I see you now. Um, I see how far you've come, from the frustratedness when you first started to actually how like mentally peaceful that you are today. Like you do the various conventions throughout the years, and let alone like we're connected through social media. So I get to see like whenever you post something, just how incredible that you're living with your family. And I think it's a very strong testament to what this business can offer people, right? And I want to say it's just truly been a blessing. So I guess my last question to you is, what is like your biggest advice that you can give for travel agents who don't care to team build? Adversely, people who do want to team build. Because here we have Tommy Joe who just reached 1 star platinum. I want to know how you hit that 2 star during that incentive. What did you implement to cash in? So that's a big question too, right? So like ultimately, how did you get to that next level? Because Tommy Joe is a person in a different state. It's not like she's just starting; she's been here for a while. She just hit 1 star, and of course, naturally, her next step is, well, how do I get to 2 star? So it's a different kind of like level mindset. Maybe you can help out with some of those questions. Like, what is your biggest advice? It's a three-part right there: travel agents, team builders, and one for leadership who wants to be where you are today.
I think whatever you choose to do, even if it's travel or build a team, you have to work based on a goal, something that you want to reach, and see how you're gonna work to get into that place. And every time you feel that you are like sad or frustrated or whatever you want to call it, like not doing well, because not every month is gonna be a good month. That happens. uh Whatever it's team building or selling booking trips, you have to find like why are you doing it, because if you started to do it, it's because a reason you wanted to get something. So what do you want to get, and what are you like willing to do in order to get that done, and work on yourself to not give place to that frustration, and like be able to work and be over that. In general, I think that it's something that i can I can say, like, don't give up on your dreams, and just, if you are not doing well or you are like going downhill, then get yourself to work, like, okay, like a reset, and
Mhm.
then give it all. And on the two-star thing, basically what I did was trying to be really connected with my team. I did a whole bunch of one-on-ones, like a lot, like every day, sitting on the computer doing one-on-ones, trying to find things that can work on my team, like activities for my team and what they needed. I also started to do an extra like a schedule for presentation, even when it was sometimes 5, 10, 15 people connected
Uh-huh.
uh, online taking that session. I was like, I don't care, because it's gonna help other people to sign up more people, and also find out on your leadership, like, okay, so what they need to grow, what they are like fighting to, in order to themselves grow and find their goals or whatever they want to do.
Right, right. So what's your next goal? If you have now that what's your next goal you have now that you
My
are where
next
you are?
goal,
Hmm.
I have to take my platinum into a 1-star. I'm a little bit less of 50 away.
Mm.
The truth is that I took my time, so I need to go back on work on the push that you need when you are going to grow up your team. And
Yeah.
for my first account, 3-star platinum, I'm like 500, 600 away.
Now, are you still continuing to grow in Mexico, or has it officially expanded to?
No, I still have new agents that are from Mexico. Most of my new agents are still from Mexico. I do have agents from Spain, from Ecuador, from other countries, but I still, like, my last agents that I signed up are all from Mexico, except one that was from Spain.
Mm, I see. I, I I really like the fact that the expansion that you guys can truly expand to like all of Latin America. I think that's just incredible with
Yeah,
what they're able to do. I mean, if
I'm
we're talking about,
probably I'm probably gonna be going to Ecuador. I'm not sure.
uh-huh.
I need to sit down and do some logistic thing by July, because I have a goal there. I have another agent that it's growing and they want to do a meeting over there. So yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, it takes what it takes. I have to sacrifice myself and go to Ecuador.
That's right. I remember with you guys, if you guys do a thing, it doesn't matter. Like they're ready to grow and that personal touch. And because you are the 2-star platinum now, and that's a very big deal. So when you have an agent that's ready to take on a leadership role and become the face of an entire country and they want to put it together, it is your duty to go. And I think it's going to be very exciting for you to be able to do that.
Yeah, I went to Spain and I had a meeting with them in Madrid when I think it was 2 summers ago. And now on December that it was in Chile, I met with the agents in Chile. I don't care from which team they are. It
Yeah.
was like the meeting, whoever wants, they can come. And now they're doing great. Like they're doing great in Chile, they're doing great in Spain. In Spain, we have already like 4 agents that hit goals. So
Mhm.
it's amazing. You don't think that like your presence is gonna do something, but I think it really helped them to see that this is something real, that we are like real people, and that we are there for them, even if we are far away, you know?
Yeah, no, that's right. I mean, this is where
You guys have my bag, right?
we connect through. Give me
My
one
bad.
second. Who's that there? Looks like everybody's unmuted. Um, it's truly incredible to where like we make connections through Zoom, right? But then like they just see us on Zoom, but there is genuinely something even more special when you make it out and make that human connection, and they get to meet you and like shake your hand and like even hug you. Like it just becomes so much more profound. Like wow. So yeah, I'm with it. I'm all about it. I'm very excited for you to, and not only that, it gives you an opportunity to check out like these different countries with local people taking you around, right?
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for you guys, I probably would have never made it to Mexico City because I just think about cartels and getting killed.
I remember that conversation.
I'm like, is it safe for me to go? I don't want to die. So it's just truly incredible. Okay, very good. I know we're a little bit over. Any final thoughts that you want to give off? Because this was truly an incredible experience. People getting to meet you, hear from you, learn your story. Um, I would love for you to just have this mic time, say whatever you wish.
Well, I just want to say thank you to founder, and because obviously without his vision we wouldn't be here, and of course to you because you lead the path for us and you have been always there for us anytime we need it, even if we are already grown up and like adults in the company, like you're still there,
Yep.
and you let us set our own way, but you're always there for advice. And if we need something, we know that we can count on you.
Mhm.
And, like what I said before, don't give up on your dreams. Like when I joined the company, its charge was 1 star platinum, and I was like, I will never be like him. Like he's so up on the pyramid. And it was like, for me, I was just a girl trying to play on the travel agent thing and doing some posting on Facebook and see how this could work. So thank you for believing me and for believing us. And also, well, all the agents that are here connected, because it means that they really want to grow and go further.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Well, thank you so much. I'm super honored, and I gratefully take your acknowledgement, and it's just truly special. My ambition has always been to change people's lives in some kind of capacity and give some level of just human growth mentally or financially, and just to be able to see it unfold from not only your story but many people's, to me that has truly become the reward. And through that, all I can do is just be proud, right? And so, all right, with that said, thank you so much, everybody, for coming to Power Hour. That was Maria Paz Sariego telling her story. I will put this format into a video, so for those of you that's missed it, you guys can catch back up on it. But other than that, thank you so much. I'll see you guys very soon. On to the next one. I hope this has truly helped you and inspired you and found a place for you to have some uh, an element that resonates with you, so that way it sparks something in you to get you through that next level, or maybe it might inspire you to just get started. So whatever it is, I hope you got what you came for, and I'm going to continue to do these so that way you guys can always just learn and capture the essence of what it takes to succeed in this business. So with that being said, have an amazing day and a week, and we'll see you soon. Get ready. You're going to see, you're going to get to meet Maria Paz Sariego at convention on the cruise if you guys are going. So definitely connect with her and give her a big, huge high five or a hug. So with that said, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. See you, See you, Maria.